Hiya, so now we're back online. So today we're going to do a cool flow and I hope that you enjoy it. It's a little bit more advanced than the last one, but offer modifications where I can, and then obviously you can always dial it down if you need to. And I've got 2 blocks. If you don't have blocks, that's totally fine. You can always use books or pillows where you can. Otherwise, let's get this flow going. Starting lying on the back in Supta Baddha Konasana. So bring the soles of the feet together, lying on the back, closing down the eyes, placing the palms facing up. Arriving on your mats. So wherever you're at today, just leaving that at the door. Feeling your body sinking into the mat. The knees drawing down. The grounding down in the sit bones. In the back, the shoulder blades, the shoulders. Down the sides of the arms, the forearms, the knuckles, back of the head. Just taking the time to arrive, to feel. To be present. Taking a deep breath in, placing one hand on the belly, the other on the chest. Exhaling out, dropping everything to the mat. Inhaling up through the nose, back of the throat, chest, belly. Feel that expansion and exhale, bring the navel, the chest, the belly. One more time, inhale. Exhale, dropping. Opening the hands, palms facing up. Bringing the knees together, you can use your hands to assist you, opening the eyes. And bringing the knees together towards your chest to give yourself a big squeeze. Head to the knees, pointing the toes, squeeze. Exhale to open. We're going to come into a bridge pose. So bringing the feet flat on the mat so that you can tickle your ankles. And bring them a little bit closer if you can't to the sit bones. Tucking the shoulder blades underneath. Palms facing up. Just being mindful to keep that chin to the chest. You want to protect your neck here. Taking a breath in and then rolling on the exhale up into a bridge, and then just tucking those shoulder blades under a bit more. Squeezing those glutes, squeezing the legs together, really feeling that push in the ground with the feet. Breathe. Squeeze those legs together. Keep lifting higher and higher. Exhale to drop back down, vertebrae by vertebrae, bringing the knees to the chest. Give yourself a nice big squeeze, perhaps roll the lower back out clockwise and then anti-clockwise. So just making sure that you are protecting your lower back, keeping your core nice and tight here where you can. Dropping the feet to the floor again, bringing them a little bit closer to the sit bones, tucking that chin underneath, rolling the shoulder blades back, pushing the floor away. Inhale, exhale to lift up, squeezing through the glutes, squeeze the knees together, palms facing up. This time we're going to interlace the hands behind the back And just tuck those shoulder blades under a little further if you can. Otherwise, leave the hands where they were and take a breath in. Bring the knee in and exhale. Flex that foot up nice and high. Push that left foot away. Breathe. Exhale, bring that knee down. Press that foot into the floor. Squeeze nice and tight. Inhale. Exhale. Flex that left foot. Lift up through the thigh. Exhale. Knee comes down. Feet into the floor. Undo the hands. And slowly roll down through the vertebrae. Grab the knees. Roll out through the lower back. Good job. So we're just going to do a little twist to release the back there. Dropping the knees to the left. Looking to the right. And again, if you have no neck injuries. Otherwise, if you do, looking straight up. Taking a breath in, exhaling, breathing the knees in, dropping them to the right hand side. And then coming back to center. We're going to rock and roll our way up, so grabbing behind the knees, and then just rocking our way up into a standing position, coming up into standing nice and tall. That's it. Really good job. So we're at the top of our mats now, and just grab your blocks if you have them. We're going to go through a nice flow, a vinyasa flow here, so follow with me. Options are to come into plank, or if you need to, bring the knees down. So we'll start with bringing the knees down as we're warming up. So feet hip-width distance apart, tailbone tucked under. Feeling all four corners of the feet, palms are facing forward. Opening up the arms nice and tall, reaching out. And exhale, hands to heart center, dropping down, bending the knees into your forward fold. If you have your blocks, starting with your blocks. Hands on the blocks, inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, forward fold. Let's repeat that 2 more times. Inhale, halfway lift, shifting the weight to the front of the feet. Exhale to forward fold. Halfway lift. Exhale, forward fold. Removing the blocks, dropping the hands, stepping back. Right foot into a lunge position, dropping that right knee. Inhale, reaching up nice and tall and sinking low. So you're really shifting the weight there into that front thigh, pressing that top right foot into the mat. Exhale, framing that front foot, tucking the back toes. Left foot joins right, plank. Dropping the knees to start, tucking the tailbone under. Exhale, inch forward, elbows hugging in. Drop. Inhale, baby cobra. Tops feet pressing into the mat, tuck that tailbone. Exhale, lower, tucking the toes. Exhale, back onto the heels. Inhale. Downward facing dog. First down dog, pedal it out. Lift that navel towards the spine. And then find stillness. Arms are spread nice and fingers spread nice and wide. Arms are long, and there's a softening in the elbows. Head is relaxed, ears in line with the bicep. One more breath. Bringing the big toes to touch, bending the knees, looking forward, stepping through to the top of your mat. Dropping the head. Grab the blocks if you need. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale, reaching up to rise nice and tall. Samastiti. So it means bring your awareness and attention. Lifting up nice and tall. Squeeze the butt as you get to the top. Mini back bend. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, forward fold. Moving your blocks. Stepping that right foot back. Sorry, that left foot back. Left and right, confused. Back into your lunge, dropping that left toe. Reaching up nice and tall and sinking nice and low. That's really good. Sinking lower into your lovely long lunge, nice and tall in the spine. Exhale to wrap the hands on either side of that foot. Tuck the left toes back into plank. So this time we're coming into our plank. So the heels are trying to reach for the back of the mat. The fingertips are spread really wide, tailbone tucked under, and there's a doming in your upper back. Try not to lift up the tailbone, sink low. Hold here. 3, 2, 1. Inching forward. Exhale to lower down, untucking the toes. Either baby cobra, elbows hugging in, or upward facing dog. Lifting up through the top of the feet, and then exhale. Downward facing dog. Good job. Bring the big toes to touch, bend the knees, looking forward, stepping through to the top of the mat. Exhale. If you want your blocks, still fine. Otherwise, hands on shins or onto the floor. Dropping down. Inhale to rise. Baby back bend. Squeeze the bum. Exhale, hands to center. Inhale, reaching up. Dropping back down. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale to drop. Right leg steps back. This time, high lunge, lifting up. Back leg is really strong. Balls of the feet pushing into the mat. Bend to that left leg. Sink nice and low. Exhale to frame that foot, dropping that right hand on the inside of the left foot or using your block, opening up to the left hand side to twist. Exhale, sinking forward, stepping back into plank. Exhale to lower. Inhale. And exhale, downward facing dog. Bring the big toes to touch, bend the knees, looking forward, stepping through to the top of the mat. Exhale to forward fold, inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, forward fold, inhale to rise, lifting up. Baby back bend, hands to heart center, reaching up. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale, halfway lift, inching that weight to the tops of the feet. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale, left leg steps back. Coming into that lunge again, so lifting up, sinking nice and low. Be mindful to bring that knee in towards you. Breathe. Exhale, framing that front foot. Right foot steps back to left. Exhale to lower down. Inhale, upward dog or baby cobra. Exhale, downward dog. Pausing here. This time, stepping that left foot to the center of the mat, reaching that right leg up, bending that right knee. And then tiger curl that right knee towards the spine, so shifting the weight towards the wrists, and then shooting that leg back. Let's do that 2 more times. Exhale. Inhale. Exhale. Inhale. And on your 3rd time, stepping through in between the hands, coming into that lunge, and we're lifting up again into that lunge position, and then opening up into our warrior 2. Sinking nice and low in that leg, giving that right knee pulling out to the side, sinking a little lower. Reverse your warrior, flip that right palm, inching forward, and then reverse it to the back of the left thigh. Inching forward, back into warrior 2. This time, side angle, so right forearm onto the right thigh and lifting up that left arm overhead. Inhale, back up. Exhale, rotate. Inhale, back up. And then rotate again. And then back up to center, and then circle sweep the hands to frame that front foot. That back toe is tucked under. Stepping that right foot to join left, inching forward. Baby cobra or upward dog. Exhale to downward dog. Left leg steps into the middle. Sorry, right leg, left leg extends up, opening that left knee. Got my lefts and rights wrong today. Bring that knee in towards the navel, tiger curl. Pausing here. Shoot that leg back. Keep that core nice and tight. Shoot that leg back. tiger curl. Back up again. And last one, bring the knee in, pause here. And then stepping through between the hands. So coming back into our lunge position, reaching up nice and tall. Sinking low in that leg. And then coming into your warrior two. So flipping that back foot down. Sinking low in the left knee. Making sure you're bringing that left knee right in towards the middle and lifting out through the torso. Flip that left palm, inching forward, reverse your warrior. Sink. Exhale, coming back to warrior two. Placing that forearm onto the top of that left thigh, and then just reaching that right arm over, pushing that floor away. Feeling that energetic line from the pinky all the way up to the baby finger on the right hand. Inhale, reaching back up. Exhale, reverse. One more time. And reverse again. We're going to do this one more time. Into your side angle. So this is a flowing breath work. And then we're going to frame that front foot. Bend through that knee. Right foot lifts up. Left foot to join. Coming back into baby cobra or upward facing dog. Exhale to downward facing dog. Good job. So now walking the hands back to the feet without wiggling the bum too much. Dropping the head. Interlacing the fingers around the big toes. Drop the head. Pull the elbows apart. You're imagining you're trying to pull the big toes away from each other. Good job. Release the hands. Bring the big toes to touch. So you're nice and tight here, squeezing the knees together, dropping the sit bones low, sweeping the hands to the mat, sinking into your chair pose. Squeeze the legs together and tuck that tailbone underneath. Sink, sink, sink. You want those shins to be parallel to the floor. Exhale, rolling forward, bending the knees. That's good. Lifting halfway lift. Exhale to forward fold. Bring the feet apart, hip width distance, walking back to the top of your mat into your downward dog. Exhale out. So we're going to lift the left leg up on your inhale. Exhale, knee to navel. Stepping that foot through, reaching up into your lunge. High lunge once more. So squeezing in that right butt cheek. Opening up into your warrior two. Flipping and reversing your warrior. Side leg angle. Back into your warrior two. Sweeping that right arm, coming back into your lunge position. Lowering down. Right hand comes in the inside of the left foot or using your block. Lifting that left arm up. Exhale, coming back to center and moving your block. Pivoting that right foot down and then moving yourself to the middle of your mat, coming into a forward fold. Big toes pointing to the corners of your mat, drop the head, bend the knees. Inhale, halfway lift. If you can, use your blocks to bring the floor to you, otherwise placing the hands on the mat. Exhale, forward fold, bend the knees, drop the head. Inhale, halfway lift, flat back. This time using your core, navel towards the spine, reaching the arms into a T shape, pushing the floor away. That's it, micro bend in the knees. Squeeze those shoulder blades together. Core is tight, hold it. Almost there. Drop the hands, drop the head, elbows in. Take a moment here, let the head hang. If you want to do any inversions, dropping onto the head, please do. And then lifting up there, coming back into your halfway lift, and then we're going to roll around to the right hand side, bend into that right knee, coming back into your lunge. So reaching up, nice straight back, nice and tall, and the spine bending to that right knee. Suck the navel in. Exhale, frame that front foot. If you want, use a block on the left. So left hand on the inside of the right foot, reach that right arm up. And exhale to frame that foot. Place the hands either side, right foot to extend back to left, and then exhale to lower. Inhale, roll shoulder blades back, baby cobra or upward dog. Exhale, downward facing dog. So we're going to repeat that flow on the other side. So left leg steps into the center, right leg lifts. Exhale, knee to navel, stepping through between the hands. Reaching up into your lunge. Lowering down. Left hand on the inside of the right foot. Reach that right arm up. Exhale, frame that foot. Wrap yourself around to the side of the mat. Exhale to lower. Halfway lift. Hands on hips. Reach arms out to T if you want. Core is tight. Bend that knee. Exhale, drop. Inhale, rotate to the left. Sink into that leg. Right leg on the inside of the left. Reach the left arm up. Exhale to lower. Reach the arms up nice and tall into your lunge. And then relaxing back down. Frame that foot. Left joint right. Exhale. Chaturanga. Dandasana. Amazing. Taking a breath. This time, left leg steps into the middle. Right leg comes to the outside of the right hand. So you're in a wide kind of lunge. You're dropping that left knee, untucking the toes. We're going to come into lizard pose. So if you want, using blocks to bring the floor towards you or a cushion. So you're inhaling nice and tall in the spine. The right toes are turned out at a slight angle. And then you're going to exhale. Bringing the forearms to the mat, to the block. And then dropping the head. Breathe. Use that exhalation to sink into the hip. To release and soften. Exhaling out, placing the hands back onto the floor. Removing any props you may have had, tucking those back toes under. So you're coming now into a high lizard, if you weren't already in there. And then you're going to wrap that right foot behind you and push back into downward dog. So just give a pedal there. This time the left leg steps through to the side of the left hand. Coming back into your lizard on this side, untucking the toes, and then again if you need extra props. I like to use blocks even if I can go lower down because I feel like it does open up my hips a lot more than if I'm trying to force myself to put my arms onto the ground. Inhale, reaching up, exhale to lower. Drop the head. And be mindful to use your breath to release. Back up to center, placing the hands down, removing the block. The hands are on either side, tucking those right toes as we did before, using your core to lift that leg and exhale into your downward dog on this side. Last little bit of core, so inhale and exhale to round the back, doming through. If you were on your knees for all your chaturangas like this, you can put yourself into this position. We're going to come into a side plank. So if you are here, rolling to the left hand side, resting on that left knee, reaching that right arm up, using that right foot to balance, but making sure you're lifting up through the undercarriage here. So you want to imagine you being pulled up by that right side. And then if you want a bit more, reaching that right foot up. So coming into a plank on this side, making sure the wrists are directly under the shoulders, tucking those toes under, and then rolling, so stacking those feet on top of each other and reaching that right arm up. And if you want more, reaching that right foot up. And breathing here. And if you're shaking, it's good. Woo! One more breath. And then exhale, bringing that foot down, coming back into plank, pausing in your plank here, rolling to the other side. So if you've got your knee down, dropping that right knee, lifting that left arm. And then that left leg. Flexing those toes. Exhale, dropping that foot, rolling to the front. And then chaturanga, dropping down. Inhale and exhale. Amazing job. Dropping to the knees and coming back to sit onto the ankles. So as we come down to sit here onto the heels, we're going to just do a little bit of mindfulness. So tucking the toes underneath, we're going to use our breath and our mind to try and cope with something that's perhaps not the most pleasant position to be in. So wrapping the arms, we're going to open up through the back. I'll face you. Keep those toes tucked under. Reaching up through the arms. And then left arm comes underneath right. Wrapping those hands together and reaching up. So the palms are pushing together. If that's not for you, wrapping the arms around the tops. And then inhale to reach. Drop the head. Tuck the tailbone. And just be with it. Lifting higher. And then exhale to drop down. Keep the feet there. Starting to feel weird. So inhale, other arm over, so left over right. And if you are hugging yourself, just swap the hands, whatever was on top. And then reaching those fingers up, swing the head. Be in this moment. It's not forever. Bring softness into your gaze, softness into your breath. You can do this, it's fine. Come out of it soon. Interlace the fingers behind the back, bring the knuckles down, open the heart space. Look up if you want. And exhale to open up. So interlace the hands in front and just dome in the back, chin to chest. Bring the navel to the spine. Almost there. Coming back into center, just rolling the shoulder blades, and then coming out of that toe tuck. So giving your toes a little bumpity bump on the mat. You can feel a little bit intense to start. So it's a really great one for focus and to bring awareness into other parts of your body and stretching out the feet as well. So coming down into a seat, we're coming into staff pose. So extending those feet in front of you, flexing those toes. If you want a little bit more from your staff pose, it's always really great to bring a block to the ends of the feet, and then you can grab onto that block or a book. So we're hinging from the hips, we're reaching up nice and tall, and exhale, flat back. Flexing those feet, grabbing that block, and then dropping the head. Where do you feel this? Start to breathe into that that space. Use the exhalation to deepen. Exhale to lift yourself back up, removing that block, entering from the hips, back is flat, roll the shoulder blades back, release the legs a bit. We're coming into a bind, twisted bind, so we're going to start on the right leg, so extend that left leg forward, bring that right knee in and place that foot so it's flat onto the floor. You're going to kind of splay that knee out a little bit to the right, wrap that right arm around the top of that right knee. So just move it at an angle. Keep that left foot flexed, right arm, and then the left arm extends behind your back, grabs onto the hand. If that's not available to you, just using that hand to anchor down into that right leg, and then use that hand to the small of your back to open up your twist. So this is like an open twist with a bind. Otherwise, grabbing that hand, just show you from the side, and then rolling that shoulder back. If you want more, dropping the head. So feeling that lovely stretch. And then inhale. Back up to center, so just swapping sides, extending that right leg up, flexing that right foot, and bringing that left foot in, left arm wraps around the top of that left knee, and then right arm grabs the other. Otherwise, wrapping it around, placing it on the small of your back and just opening up. And then exhale to drop. Just be mindful to keep that right foot flexed. Breathe. And then inhale back up to center. So just unraveling yourself, extending the legs so that the feet are together in a supta, in a Baddha Konasana, so seated version of what we did in our first part of our practice. Grabbing the tops of the toes, rolling the shoulders back, and then exhale to lower down. If you want more, placing the hands underneath and then dropping the head. One last breath. And exhale out. Unravel yourself. Slowly come up and bring the knees together. We're going to drop down, but first, if you have your blocks or props, bring them between the knees, squeeze them really tight. Bring it so that the calves are parallel to your mat, the fingertips are spread out, thumbs are pointing towards the ceiling, flat back. We're going to hold here in hollow boat. If you want more, you can extend the legs and keep high like this, or keep your legs out. I'm going to do it like this today. I've had some lower back pain, so just keeping it nice and neutral. If it's too much for you, pause in here, breathe. Keep that core nice and tight, hollow. And then slowly lower down. On your exhalation, coming down onto the mat. Last poses. So removing your block to one side. We're going to bring that right knee and bend that knee, and then just drop over to the left, so keep that left leg extended. If your right shoulder is lifting up off of the mat, just keep the knees together. Otherwise, join me here. Use that left hand to anchor into that knee. And feel that lovely stretch there from all the twisting, from all the core work, planks. And then exhale back to center. Keep that right knee bent and then just start to roll in that hip. Just want to feel that juicy bit there in the hips. Extend that right leg, climb up that leg. If you want, you can come up or you can leave the head down. Keep the feet flexed. Feel that lovely stretch in the body. And if you can bring it closer to you, please do. But keep that left foot on the floor. And then exhale, bring that knee back down, extend it forward. Let's try the other side. So lift that left knee, roll a little bit, and then just roll over to the right hand side. Keeping that left shoulder blade onto the mat, that left shoulder. Felt a crack. Loosening, but also bringing a lot of well-needed love to our ligaments. Exhale, bring that knee into the navel, rolling through that leg again, just feeling any tightness here, especially if you're sitting a lot. And then just flexing those right toes, lifting that leg. So again, if you want to just hold that leg close to you, lying back, or otherwise climbing up that leg and bringing that knee towards you. And then coming back into center, rolling through that knee, extending that left leg. What a great feeling that is, but not for long because we've got one last bit to do. So bringing the feet down so that they're flat onto the mat. And then tucking that tailbone so you can tickle your ankles, bringing them a little bit closer, tucking the shoulder blades in. We're coming back to where we were at the start with a slight variation at the end. So palms are facing up. Tuck that chin under. Breath in, exhale. Rounding through the back, tuck those shoulder blades in. Squeeze the knees together. And then reaching that right leg up, crossing it over the left. So we're opening up that hip here, but we're still strengthening through the lower back. Flex that right foot. Squeeze. And then bring that knee in, lift it up, drop it down. Keep up there. Placing that right foot down, extend that left leg. And then cross it over the top of the right thigh. Flex that left foot. Squeeze, squeeze. Chin to chest. Breathe. Exhale, lifting that left foot, dropping it down, and then slowly roll down. Last little bit, just inch forward a bit. So bringing the knees together onto the mat. We're back on the mat. Bring the knees together, and you can either come into a shoulder stand, so tucking those shoulders underneath, lifting the legs up and pushing yourself up into a shoulder stand. Or, if this is not for you today, dropping into plow pose, so dropping the feet back behind you. If you're in plow pose, be mindful to pull the shoulders away from the ears to allow yourself for more breath. And then wherever you're at, just coming back onto the back, dropping the legs out, coming into Shavasana. Palms are facing up. Feed it out. Closing the eyes. Letting the practice go. And just being present. Let the breath go. And sink into the mat. Starting to wiggle your toes. Perhaps rotate the wrists, the ankles. Move the head side to side. Reaching the arms overhead. Pointing the toes, stretching. And then rolling over to your favorite side. Pushing yourself up into a seat. Keeping the eyes closed. Any comfortable seat. And then just taking a moment here to arrive back on the mat, to arrive back in the room, and to notice any subtle change. Perhaps this was challenging, perhaps too much, but you tried and you are building up the strength and the resilience, the breath, the body union. Inhale, reach arms up. Exhale, hands to heart center. Namaste. I hope wherever you are, whoever you are, you enjoyed this practice today. And I really look forward to doing some more soon. Thank you. Bye.